Hey y'all, you seriously have me going into my spiritual bag today because I didn't know what I was gonna say. I just wanted to turn on the video and just be like, today is the day after the election. And, you know, people have every right to vote for whom they want to vote for. I think one of the problems I have is that people can be so disrespectful, and it's that disrespect. And the reason I kind of look a little teary is because I thought how little this country values women and how little this country values women of color. I've heard all the arguments where people will say she wasn't qualified, she wasn't this, she was, she had so many problems, but doesn't anyone have problems? And if you compare her to the choice that was given, there are so many inconsistencies. There were so many flaws. There were so many problems. There were so many loose terms and hurtful statements that were said. Yet, the majority of people in our country said that's what they wanted. I also think about the people who died of COVID. When the same president said to inject Clorox as a possibility instead of relying on science. And there were actually people who did that because you trust your president, you trust the person to be in a legitimate position of power, to be the one who is a role model for your children, the one who respects women, the one who is inclusive, the one who says that when he takes that oath of office, he is protecting all people, even those who aren't citizens but desire to be. Y'all, a part of me grieves how history will be impacted by this decision. I have a small kid, and what will he have to clean up as a result of the decisions that have been made? This is not just a race war. It's not just a gender war. This connects back to morality. It connects back to character. It connects back to care. It connects back to honoring your fellow citizens. And as a Christian, I'll end by saying that so many people also say, well, we care about reproductive rights, we care about kids, but do you care about your neighbor? Do you care about the person who is going through something and who does not want to be called a name, or does not want to be criticized because they look differently or they love someone differently? Do you care about my ability to make choices and my ability to think? Do you trust that when I went through all of my courses, when I graduated at the top of my class, when I did my honors classes, when I was in the gifted program, when I was taught to be that person who was a free thinker and could make choices for myself because I understood science and engineering and everything connected back to ethics and philosophy, that I could make my own choices and make them well. And because I understand free will, I understand the consequences of my choices. And if I choose to do something that violates a law that you may not agree with, that's between me and my God, me and my Creator. Those are the consequences that I make. And when people don't understand the difference between the choices they get to make for me and the choices that I have a right, a God-given right to make for myself, I have a problem. I don't need anyone to police me as an adult. I'm too old for that. And I'm quite smart too. I was raised by amazing parents who taught me the difference between right and wrong. And even if I don't follow those decisions, I have the seeds in me and the ability to make the choices that are best for me and for those around me. So today, in these United States of America, when people have chosen for me someone who does not respect the core of who I am and who does not believe that I fully have access to the U.S. Constitution and all the rights and privileges therein. I question that. But let me tell you, I will not be deterred because I am still that girl. I am enough. I am smart. I belong here. I will always speak my truth because that is my right. That is what free speech is all about. And I will never let anyone say that I am less than who God created me to be. Because I was created in my mom's womb to be this one, to be this social justice warrior, to speak up for others sometimes who don't have the courage to speak up for themselves. That is who I am. So yeah, this is a bump in the road, but it's an opportunity to create new systems. It's an opportunity to push back. It's an opportunity to challenge. It's an opportunity to change. It's an opportunity to redefine and reinvent. Because one thing I know as a citizen of this country, as a Black woman, as someone who comes from ancestors who endured the worst of conditions and still overcame, is that this is temporary. The core of who I am will never change. The seeds that I plant in my child so that he understands what true justice is will be strong and firm and rooted and will outlive any of us who voted in this election. So I look forward to the future. I look forward to people speaking up. I look forward to people saying that we deserve the best. All people have a right to be heard. Get ready for the pushback because it's my right as a citizen of these United States of America.